Welcome to Local Live. We're flying a little bit solo tonight. Hope we got something there. I got a good show for you. I'll see you guys in a bit. Matter of fact, here's a song for you.
Here we go again. It's the same old thing. Boogie is lying while Keem is trying to talk the wings. They be bullshitting, spitting loghouse slang. Scam Tommy and kick them out. You know Keem running this gang. But live on YouTube ain't no pre-recorded games. Fuck around, you might catch one in your brain. Hey, local, Nick. But it's the local. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Local, Nick. But it's the local. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Now Boogie got his nipples tippled from a hippie Twiggy who was pretty but shitty towards little Stevie, and 50 years later we all paying the price. But Wings had things that only kings could dream of this history. He leaked to the show and we all paid for it twice. And if page 5 stays high up in Wings' mind like the burn shit in our eyes, then try as we might, we still pay a price. Local, Nick, but it's the local. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Local, Nick, but it's the local. You be watching it, you local, Nick, but it's the local. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Local, Nick, but it's the local. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Now Keem's theme is the Scream Team, but mainstream to his team and later come clean. But it was all a dream and he owns everything, and the Iron Team was him.
Yeah.
And the stream deems Keem to be the meme king, and the meme queen is Boogie's lean tween who needs keys. So she can leave, please rescue the kid.
Wings.
But it's the local. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Local, Nick. But it's the local. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Local, Nick. But it's the local. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Local, Nick. But it's the local. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Local. You be watching it, you clicked it just now.
Wings. Where the freak is my camera? Oh, panicking. There it is. Hey, how are you guys doing? I am sorry about that. I'm a little combobulated here. I'm trying to get everything together because we have a very special guest host for us tonight.
Yo, Jordy, what's up, brother?
What's up, Boogie?
Hey, man, I wanted to say thank you for giving me the day off. I really appreciate it. I got my legs propped up. I'm watching the show. If you need anything, you hit me up, send me a text, whatever you need, all right?
I got it, Boogie. I got it.
Yep. You have fun, man. I'll be watching.
Hey, everybody. I'm messing up a lot, so like go ahead and hit me up with it. But we have a very, very, very beautiful host. Let's see if we can get her in here. She actually moved out. Where the hell did she go? Baja, can we get her back up into one of the waiting areas? But yeah, I'm flying solo tonight. Boogie needs a day off. Keem needs a day off, so I'm going to be doing it tonight. We're going to have Becky stop by later today. Probably here soon. Probably the first hour is going to be a Becky hour. I know you guys love some Becky. And I don't know where my co-host is at right now. I asked her to come in here multiple times. And I don't want to have to get up to go get her. There she is. Hello.
Oh, hi.
You got to turn your camera on.
What if I don't want to be seen?
You got to turn your camera on. There you go.
Wait. What's happening?
Make sure you're talking into the microphone.
This might be
There it is.
better.
Better. You can actually untighten it and pull it closer to your face, and your mouth needs to be right in front of it.
Like this.
Yep.
But then no one can see my pretty smile.
You can push it back a little bit. All right, so Kelly, you don't really know a whole lot about Discord.
Obviously.
So let's go ahead and start with this. What do you think about Locale Live?
What about it?
What do you think about it? What is your opinion on the show itself?
Depends on the day. Like, I know that sounds terrible, but like sometimes you guys are like very entertaining. Other times when y'all are just screaming, I don't watch.
So you don't watch Queens at all?
Oh, absolutely not. It's too much screaming.
All right. So
I mean, has there been a show where they weren't screaming at each other? Because I might watch that.
let's bring Becky in to see what she thinks about you not liking the screaming.
Watch.
So you don't watch Queens at all? Dude, I'm loud in Becky's thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Becky. Are you even at the...
I didn't realize I was on yet. I was still beautifying myself. Hello. Hi, Kelly.
Don't look at Kelly's setup. We kind of threw it together within 20 minutes of the show starting.
Oh, let me hide my soda. I'm not supposed to be drinking that. How are you guys tonight?
We're doing well. We're doing very well. I'm trying to just throw up. What are you upset about?
For yourself. Like, I was having the time of my life. I was shopping. I went to Burlington, and then I was in Target, and I get this text message.
What does your text message say?
Let's talk about this text message. I'm going to read it exactly in the tone I got it. You going to be home by 6? I'm like, why? I need you to co-host. Why? Ruined a perfectly good trip to Target. Didn't even get to get my Starbucks.
What did you even go to trip? Why didn't you go to Target for? What was that about?
Okay, so I'm looking for these things. They're called bum bums, and they're little. I can text you the picture of them. They're little Friends characters, and they're little stuffed animals. I'll send it to you on Facebook Messenger.
I don't need to see that on Facebook Messenger.
Yes, you do.
Why would we need these? Why do we need these bum bums?
Because they're cute. Hold up. I might do the old school thing where I show it on my phone.
I think it's better you came home because you wouldn't have wanted to leave me alone here with Wings. So this worked out.
No, please do everything you can to take him.
Really? Because he's looking like a little today. He looks like a little gumdrop.
Please.
You know, I like wealthy man, and he's like the modular mansion pimp, or so I've heard. So Jordy, I know I've always been pushing you off all this time, but now that I'm single, you know.
Well, I'm not single.
Well, you know, it doesn't sound like you guys are that happy. So just letting you know there's options out there. It'll either bring you closer together or tear you apart. Either way works out for me.
I'm wondering why she has the Slay Day head thing on. Are you afraid of the headset?
It's my beanie for tomorrow's race.
Yeah, it looks dumb though.
Every beanie looks dumb on me, yet you continue to buy me beanies. Let's discuss that.
Well, have you seen your hair without a beanie, Kelly? Do you have a mirror to look at right now?
There's not at the moment, but there's the bum bums.
How much do these things cost?
Like $7.99 a piece.
$7.99 a piece. So there's like fucking $25, $30 worth in that screen right there.
Yeah, there's 6 of them, so that's $48.
$48. So would you rather have those?
Not
would you rather have
tax.
those things sitting in the house collecting dust, or would you rather have like a month's worth of medicine?
Those collecting dust. Well, because I'm going to get the medicine anyway.
What if we don't have the money for both?
We do, though. Like, we worry about that when we need to worry about that.
Everybody in the chat, you need to go ahead and like get you a notepad and write this down, because this is what having a wife looks like.
So in the chat, In the chat, people are telling me not to be a hoe, but then if I'm not a hoe, they call me fake. So I don't really know what people want. I'm just being my authentic self. Now, if you want, I could leave Kelly and Wings alone together and then come back once Kelly is gone. That's always an option.
I can go right now and leave you alone.
She does not want to be here. I figured I'd jump her in here because I want to see what she's like on camera to begin with. So, Becky, I got a question for you, and it's kind of a sensitive question.
Okay.
You know it's coming. You are single again.
Yes.
So everybody knows what your house looks like. What is the threshold to when you bring a man back to the house? Like where you got to be in the relationship? What goes through your head?
So that's actually a good question. Usually I never bring a guy back. I don't like having a guy in my space until we're very serious in a relationship. With my ex, it was a little different because my address had been leaked and I was doxxed, so I wanted somebody here for protection. But normally I wait. So usually my house is not an issue.
So you've only ever crossed that one time?
2 times, twice.
So here's another question. Like you said you lived in Korea for a while, right?
Yes.
Did you do the same stuff in Korea?
No, you mean like having my house look the same way?
Yes.
So in Korea, it's also normal not to have a guy over your space. It's very, very improper over there. They're very conservative. But I kept my space a lot cleaner there. It was a studio. I was always working. I was never home. So it was very different. Here, it was a result of a couple of things. I had bad health. I had roommates who moved out who left their stuff behind. And then it just kind of spiraled out of control and got to a point.
It got overwhelming for you?
I'm sorry?
It got overwhelming for you. You just kind of looked at it. It's like, oh, this is way too much. I'm just going to ignore it.
No, it was more that it was gradual. I was in a couple of really chaotic relationships and working, trying to work, not full time, but I was trying. And all my effort was going towards that and not the house. And then before I knew it, the house was reflecting the chaos that was going on inside my head. And then it just got out of control because I also got a little depressed for a while.
Yeah,
So
I figured depression is a good ingredient because I've noticed in the room that you're in right now, you keep pretty clean. So to me, that states that you're cognizant of it. Like you want the room that you exist in to be neat. And everything else that's out of sight, out of mind. Like, does it ever just be like, you just hate being home or hate coming home because you see that before you get to your comfort zone?
Oh, I absolutely hate it. I know it's hard to believe if you've seen my house, but I'm actually a perfectionist. I love a neat, clean environment. I hate that. I'm very cognizant of how it looks. I like to look good for people. It's very important to me. I don't like it. It's very annoying. And I'm just waiting till my second paycheck to be able to pay to get some people in here to cart all the shit out so I can start.
Okay, I'm calling BS on this
Okay.
because I am not a perfectionist. But if Jordan will tell you, there's times when I'm looking at it, I'm like, the house will go whenever. But if I really didn't like them, when I do get to that moment where I really don't like the mess and the mess does bother me, I think you block it out, is my thought here. Because if the mess does bother me, you can also ask Jordy, nothing's going to stop me from doing it. Like, I can be in the middle of working an 8-hour shift and I'll be like, we're clocking out because we're getting this done. Forget this.
So that's actually how I was most of my life. Like I would let it get messy to a point because I was always focused on other things like academics, work, whatever. And it might get messy to a point, and then there's a point like I can't stand it and I clean it and get everything in order. But now I'm more physically limited than I have been in the past. So that stopped it. Like once it got past a certain point, it was like a point of no return where now it's just beyond me. And I don't want to get sensitive about this because I like to keep up a strong face about it. But I was very ashamed to ask anybody to help. So anyway, that's why it was so devastating when that was leaked, because that was like my biggest source of shame.
That was like your skeleton in your closet. I got you.
The skeleton in my closet because growing up, My parents were in a very traditional marriage. My mother was like what's called today a trad wife. My father was the breadwinner. But if they ever argued or had problems during their marriage, then my mom would stop cleaning to get back at my dad. And so I am used to being in a chaotic environment like this too. And even as a child, it was a source of shame. So now it's a very deep rooted thing. But now I've just had to face it.
So what does the car look like?
What is my car?
Yeah, what does the car look like?
As bad as the house.
See, Jordy doesn't believe me, but I tell him every girl car is a little bit of chaos.
Mine definitely is.
It's in there. Yeah. We keep everything in there. Lord, I remember when I was going to school, I had papers and books everywhere in the back seat.
Absolutely. And when I was a teacher, I was teaching an after school program. And so I didn't have my own classroom. So I had to bring all my supplies back and forth. And I was doing psychic readings where I'd also bring my cards and like decorations and everything back and forth. So my car was a mess, and it still is to an extent. I keep the front passenger seat clean, but the back is chaos.
When you say, what about the floorboard of the passenger seat?
That's clean too.
Because this one over here, you pretty much have to give her a 2-day announcement to let you know you want to ride in her car.
Well, okay, I should preface it by saying that right now it's clean because I was dating somebody. So I'd have to have somebody sitting there every so often. And here's the thing, I'm very much about presentation. So if anyone's going to see it, I make sure it looks good. If anyone's going to have to ride in it, I make sure it looks good and feels good. Same for my house. Usually if anyone's going to come over, I make sure it looks good. But recent circumstances were a little different.
You say you guys.
So what I just got out of that is that homeboy was in the passenger side of the ride.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He did drive too, in all fairness. He drove too, but if we were taking my car, I might want to drive because he had a truck, like a big work truck, and it didn't have the side step things to step on to get in it, and I'm short, so I had a hard time getting into his truck. So sometimes...
I have to jump in Jordy's. It keeps me limber, though.
But also, I have to say, just because he's been going around talking trash about me, so I won't bother keeping this to myself, he drove a really old beat-up truck, and sometimes it wasn't reliable and would break down. So that's when I would drive.
He drives an '08 Silverado with a 4.8.
How do you know what he drives?
No.
Jesus.
I've met Richie.
But, okay. I don't know.
He drove it to the camping trip.
Yeah. So sometimes it had problems. Like one time it just wouldn't start because he delayed on getting the oil changed. That was chaos, by the way. He acts like I never did anything. That was a time we were supposed to meet in the middle because we live an hour and a half from each other. So we were meeting in the middle for the date. On the way to the date, his car broke down. So I ended up driving all the way to him, then spending the night with him. We had our date and whatever. And the next morning, taking him all the way back to where his car broke down, waiting with him. I did a lot of stuff for that man.
I hate to put Richie on blast, but I got to ask this question. There was a thing that you said he was more promiscuous at his mama's house than any other time, that he actually had libido issues.
Yeah.
Could you explain that? Maybe it was just the excitement of a new relationship that, pushed him over the edge, or as it normalized, it made it harder to be intimate.
It was a couple things. Partly me saying that was me being a petty bitch, but it's also true. That is the only time he was actually able to finish. And it's not the only place we did it either. He tried to blame it on my house being gross or something, and that's why he couldn't finish. Not true. There were times he also couldn't finish over his mom's house. Ironically, when I think about it, it was when his mom was downstairs and not upstairs where we were. But I digress. I think we had a couple of issues. He was looking for somebody more traditional, more of a trad wife, and I was looking for a traditional provider. And then the dynamics in our relationship completely flipped, where he wasn't working and I was. And that partly killed my libido, and I don't know how it affected him. So I think that was a big part of it.
You didn't see that coming. I mean, he does seasonal work.
Well, I thought it might be a problem, the switch in dynamics, and this is where things get a little tricky because he was originally all for it. He was the one who wanted me to keep doing the show. And I was very surprised with him being such a traditional man that he would. Are we getting a donation? Am I interrupting?
No, we got a couple we got to catch up on.
Okay.
Let me catch up. There's only 3 of them. Cody said $50. Yay, Kelly. Big ups, Cody. Thank you for the $50. And Nightly Truth says, Becky,
Cody.
can we get this version of you on Queens?
Probably not, because when Tina's there, I'm forced to yell. Otherwise, there's no way to speak. See, I'm a multidimensional person. I'm not always a flaming bitch. I just have to be with Tina. That's what happens over there.
Kelly had the idea that she wanted to get Tina in on what I want to do for you tonight. Have you and Tina compete?
Oh, I think it would be brilliant.
I wonder if Tina, would you be willing to come on the show for about 20 minutes?
If she's not, I have a good way to get her on here. We'll see what she says.
Because,
I always blackmail material in my back pocket.
Because like if we just do it to you, it looks like I'm just bullying you. But if we do it to Tina, it's more of like a competition.
I'd be down for it. I think Tina should come on because Tina, I have a special surprise for you with our show tonight. What I'm going to do for her is, we all know I'm the hot one on the show, and I feel like she's a little left out, and she's a hard-ass bitch, and I think she needs a little bit of love in her life. So we're going to try to find a date for her tonight, and she doesn't know about it, because even though it's in our thumbnail, that bitch can't read.
You know Tina only dates black men, right?
Well, we're going to set her up with men she may or may not like. We'll see. Part of it is up to our audience. We're bringing in members from Discord, too. It's going to be a good one.
I might have to stay around till the yelling.
Oh, it's going to be chaos. But, I feel like I've been the center of attention a lot. She hasn't been getting very much. So tonight will be her chance.
So, Becky, since you're back into the dating pool now, do you ever use any of the dating apps?
I used to. So right now I'm not looking for anybody. But yes, I was always a dating app.
What was the oldest age you've used a dating app at?
You mean like my highest setting?
No. How old were you when the last time you used a dating app?
Like I was using one before I met Richie.
So 38, 39, somewhere in that ballpark. Yeah. So have you? God.
Yeah, it gets so much worse as you get older. Holy shit. Like now I'm at the age, I don't think I will use dating apps anymore because it's full of just narcissists and sociopaths. It's absolute chaos.
Because like I have this story in my head. I used to have friends with benefits with this girl, and she lived with her mother in her she was like 45 or something like that. But she lived with her mother at the time. And her mother would sit around and talk to me about her dating app experiences because she was on an app called Plenty of Fish. And on Plenty of Fish, you kind of like set ranges. And she was so upset because she lives right here at the beach that every one of her matches were like old men with trucker hats. Like she didn't want an old man with a trucker hat. She's in her, I want to say 50s or maybe early 60s. And every person was like a 75-year-old man with like an old trucker hat on. And she was upset about that.
I think the problem with dating apps, Tinder used to be like this and they've changed it. Tinder used to have an ELO rating system, just like Chess did, where they would actually rank members. And so like, for example, when I was back on OkCupid and I lived in a city, I was actually one of their most popular users. I got a PR email one time asking me to go on a show for an interview because of that. So the problem with dating apps is I was in that higher percentage, right? And on dating apps, it's only really like the top 10% of guys that get all the action. Mm-hmm. So they have millions of choices of women. They have all the women to choose from. I, of course, have all the choices of men to choose from. So it's just like dating players and people who aren't really very committed.
Well, being a fat guy on Plenty of Fish is terrible.
I bet.
Because I started Plenty of Fish when I was 19 years old. 19 years old. I had my own house. I had my own car. I had my own income. I was making $80,000 a year at 19.
Oh, wow.
But I was fat. Right? I didn't get a message until I was 26.
Oof. I'm sure you know all about that because he tried to talk to me all the way back from 2008. And he was one of those guys who sat in my inbox unread.
You talking about Rich, Review Tech USA?
Rich RTU, Review Tech USA.
Are you also getting messages now?
What's that?
Are you getting messages now in your inbox of guys trying to holler?
Oh, now, yeah, but I'm not on any dating apps.
Well,
But like, yes,
I was talking about the Discord.
yeah, on Discord, I do like Deluminate, the guy who got kicked off yesterday.
Yeah.
He was in my inbox too, that lying motherfucker. He tried to talk to me, but I was with Richie at the time, so I just
Oh,
ignored
he tried
him.
to fly you out to Vegas? Did you get that far?
We didn't get that far. He hit on me once. He said some line about somebody posted like a body picture of me, I think, and he said some line about it. And then I just ignored him because when I'm in a relationship, I don't do DMs with men.
Kelly, if you want to jump in on the conversation, you just got to talk. Like, this is the hierarchy.
Just yell over you?
Yeah, just yell over. That's just how this works.
I promise I won't yell over you, Kelly. I actually like you.
I don't see Tina anymore, so we might just start the quiz
You
I
might
have
have
for
just
you.
scared poor Tina off. That's sad.
I figured Tina was going to do well with this. Tina seems like she's a traditional housewife, but Tina seems like you got to be a real man to make her submissive. Like
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Tina's probably mad that she just heard about the dating show, and she's probably calling Michael, bitching him out right now, if I had to guess.
But that's just the vibes I get from Tina. Tina's the kind of vibe I get from her is like, if you want Tina to be submissive, you got to basically be an alpha male. You got to basically like, and like she'll bow down. Like she find her place in the pack.
I think there's no fucking way that woman is submissive. I think if you even breathe at her the wrong way, she'll tear you apart like a bear with a garbage bag.
So chat, me and the Discord got together about an hour before the show started and we made a custom. I wanted to do this customized because I didn't want Becky to like search something up and know all the answers. We did a custom traditional housewife quiz because she says she had a money fetish at one point, and her money fetish, she decided it wasn't a money fetish. She just wanted to be a kept woman. So that would mean she wanted to be a traditional housewife.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to grade these. So
I'm nervous about this. Oh,
Oh, yes.
Uh-oh, Tina's here.
Yes.
What up?
boy.
Tina, I had a suggestion. Like, what does it take from a man to make you submissive to him?
What?
Like if a man came home from work and he's like, "Hey, baby, can you fix me a sandwich?" What would a man have to be to get you to make him that sandwich?
First of all, I don't make sandwiches. Men that work get hot meals. They don't eat fucking ham and cheese sandwiches, Wings.
I mean, that's fair. That's a good answer.
That's an awesome answer.
But we were saying that if the right man came along, you would be more of a submissive housewife. And I see you have a lot of housewife traits in you just from like how you do certain things. And I feel like you're going to do better on this quiz if you take it than Becky would.
Oh, yeah. Becky's a whore.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Here's the thing. I was raised to be a housewife, but a wife to a wealthier man. Just like I was raised to go to school at Harvard. I was raised for a different kind of life.
Jesus fucking Christ.
At that level, you don't do your own cooking. You don't do your own cleaning. You have to have management. You have to have management.
Kelly works her ass off and she cooks for Wings. That's what real women do, you fat fucking bitch.
Becky, you're echoing a little bit.
Kind of woman than me, and good for her. I'm very proud of everything she does. She's clearly an extremely hardworking woman. I was raised for a different lifestyle, which requires a different skill set, like knowing how to manage a staff of housekeepers.
Oh my God. So she wants to be a slave fucking owner. Get the fuck out of here, Becky. Nobody gives a fuck about your fucking trad shit.
Well,
You're fucking stupid to even come up with that. It's 2025. Get over it. You're over in the fucking Little House on the Prairie fucking days, bitch. Everybody
Becky,
puts in work.
your microphone's echoing. Your headset.
Oh, for God's sake. Let me turn down my volume. Maybe that'll do it.
Because she thinks she's fucking important and she's not, Kelly. This bitch thinks because she's got a higher education, she's morally correct on everything in life. This bitch is dumb as a bag of cocks.
Who said I'm moral? No one says I'm moral all the times. I do plenty of immoral things, especially in the bedroom.
You're fucking killing the show tonight, Becky. For fuck's sake, can Wings please have a good night? You're fucking killing his fucking show with your dumbass Becky fucking highlights. Nobody gives a fuck how you clean, because you don't, apparently. Nobody cares how you cook, because apparently you don't do that. And nobody cares how you fuck, because even a man's dick don't get hard around you, trash.
Oh, that's only weak men. Strong men can handle me just fine.
You're still
I haven't seen
echoing
one
though.
yet.
The echo? I don't. So I could try switching headsets. I've heard that happens when I go on other shows, but maybe no. Hang on.
Kelly, respectfully, I'm trying not to yell because I know you don't like it, but somebody's got to put this big fucking jackass in check.
Kelly, if you could twist the microphone so they like there, yeah, and like make sure you're talking into the front of it, not the top of it, the front of it.
Are you still getting the echo, or did it stop?
Tina'd have to yell.
Is this better?
Yes.
Okay.
So maybe if Tina could just not yell for a day, there would be no problems. Is that what you're saying?
See, there's a thing about me and you, Becky. I stay true to myself. You're phony baloney. You fake cry, you fake tantrums like a little bitch, and you're not pure in anything you do except for bitch and moan and try to control people. That's it.
I'm not phony. I'm just not one-dimensional like you are. I'm multifaceted, like a diamond.
Okay, yeah, you sure don't shine like a diamond. You're rough, bitch. And so ain't that household you live in. So get your farm cleaned up there, bitch girl.
I gotta say, Queens is a perfectly balanced show.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to try to charge up another headset and see if that doesn't echo. So I'll
Why don't
just
you clean up a pile of that shit while you're away from the camera, bitch? Sorry.
Okay, so now I'm jealous. Like, I'm jealous that they've been fighting. Jordy, you and I need to start fighting.
I mean, I don't know why. I think almost Becky might have like some side of like monitor on or something.
Well, I'm connected through my soundboard. So I think that's why, because when I run my show, everything goes through there. So everyone always says the problem is in Discord. I don't think so, because I've messed with all those settings and I'm not a sound expert to figure out why the rest is going on. So I do have a different pair of headphones. I can try in a few. They're Bluetooth, but
It's her soundboard doing it. It says the weak connection right here. Yep.
how can
That's
you
why I unhooked mine.
do anything?
Listen, Becky, I'm not as stupid as you think I am. I play stupid with technology because I don't want to get yelled and screamed at. But I'm a lot smarter than you think, bitch. Trust me on that one.
You play stupid, so you could be running the show and you just choose not to, like
You
the
know,
lady
I gotta let you,
are.
trans wife. You done fucking suck at being a housewife. You suck at fucking being a mate to somebody. And you suck at fucking cleaning. So I gotta let you be in charge of something.
I'm excellent in all the areas that counts, which are loving a man both in and out of the bedroom.
Yeah, and his dick couldn't get hard. That says something. Even
That was his problem, not mine. Maybe if he was in better health, it would work better.
get a man's dick hard because the dick don't have no conscience. So apparently his dick has a hell of a conscience if it won't get hard for you, fat girl.
That wasn't a problem on my end, Tina. That was a problem on his end. I can't help it that he was so unhealthy and such a shitty smoker that his fucking dick couldn't get hard. I'm going to mute myself while I try to figure out the echo thing.
Listen, Wings and Kelly, my husband was a fucking avid smoker of weed and Newports every day, and that motherfucker didn't have no problems. So something's wrong with this fucking bitch right here. Something's wrong with her fucking.
I mean, I don't want to put Richie's business out there, but Richie, you know, had some questionable choices in his life that ended up probably destroying his libido. Because, like, I know certain drugs will do that.
He also admitted he has erectile dysfunction, so it was on him, not me.
It's Review Tech USA. How you doing?
Driving real
Here's my
quick.
baby Boogie.
Just want to
I
let
just
you
wanted to come in and say I miss yelling at
keep
you
on saying my
assholes.
dick can't get hard. I
Fuck you,
just had sex
Becky.
today.
I
I'll
love
see
you,
in
Tina.
an hour and a half. Bye. I had sex. My dick gets hard. Thank you.
We're not talking about you, Review Tech USA.
Okay, listen,
look at Keem
Becky,
came in. I tried to help him, Keem. The show's dying without you, brother. Where you at?
I'm getting ready to go out on a snowmobile. Becky, listen, go to your Discord, go to your mic settings. There's 2 different Rode mic settings. You're on the wrong one. You're on the one that's going to feed your PC audio through your goddamn mic.
Okay.
Oh, Harvard bitch. Don't know that.
One will say chat, one will say main. You want to be on main, not chat.
I'm on main, but I could switch to chat.
Switch to chat.
For input or
Yeah,
output.
switch to the chat.
For input or output.
For output.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
See what it is, y'all. She doesn't have that staff to tell her how to do it.
She don't know how to do it. Miss Harvard don't know how to do shit.
These They're your Discord settings, right?
I just changed it. Is this any better?
Tina, scream.
Yeah.
It's still picking up.
Tina, scream again.
Volume. Is this any better?
That is better.
Okay, great. Perfect. Then that's awesome. If that fucking solves it. Thank you.
All
You owe
right.
me for that.
Let's try to get this quiz out the way.
All right, do the quiz, man. Come on. I feel
Look,
like
while
I'm
you do the quiz, real quick, I just wanted to come in and say that I miss yelling at you. Becky, thank you for coming in tonight. Fuck you. Tina, thank you for coming in tonight. Fuck you. Charity, thank you for hosting tonight. Fuck you. Kelly, you're a queen.
Oh, you're a bitch, Boogie. I'll get you later, bitch.
Just before we start the quiz, since RTU and his limp dick decided to jump
Oh, Lord.
you, we were not talking about you and your erectile dysfunction. I was talking about Richie, the new and improved Rich, who's now just as shitty as you fucking were. Anyway.
Maybe you should stay away from Richards.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. Never dating one of those again. Sorry, all Richards in the
Speaking of,
audience.
what do the trolls call you again?
Richard.
Okay.
All right. Question number 1. Feel free to time in anytime you want. Question number 1. What are the 3 main ingredients of a cake?
Eggs,
Oil, eggs,
sugar.
oil, eggs, and water.
Eggs, flour, and sugar was my answer.
Eggs, flour, and sugar is the correct answer.
I've never even baked a cake in my life, bitch.
Yeah, but he didn't say from a box, asshole. Homemade, he didn't say that. That's different. But if you look at it,
It's true.
it's oil, eggs, and water.
She's full of excuses as usual.
So, question number 2. What is the cleaning product you use on white clothes?
Bleach.
You both got it right.
All right, now the other echoes coming from Kelly. Wing, shut your door of your office.
I don't have a door in my office.
For fuck's sake.
Kelly, just mute the mic while we're doing this. So 3, what household cleaning products should you never mix?
Ammonia and bleach.
I was going to say ammonia, but she got ahead of me. Yeah.
Tina got it correct.
Caustic, it'll like create gas and shit that's poisonous. So I did know it. I just wasn't as fast.
Okay. Question number 4. What is one way to remove a wine stain? You just got one of the multiple ways.
Soda water.
That is one. Can you get one, Becky? You can't use Tina's.
Toothpaste?
No.
Oh, darn.
Fucking plaque off your teeth, bitch.
White vinegar, dish soap, baking soda, hydrogen peroxide.
Oh, all right. I didn't know that one.
You're not a trad wife.
Tina's 4 for 4. Number 5. What common household ingredient can soften fabric in place of fabric softener?
You got me on that one.
Soda? No. Baking soda?
All right. Neither one got it right. It's white vinegar. White vinegar can soften your clothes in front of fabric softener.
I don't know. Fabric softener.
Question number 6. What 2 cooking ingredients can be combined can also be a cleaner?
Baking
Water.
soda, vinegar.
Tina got it. Tina got it. Baking soda and vinegar. I knew Tina was going to kill this.
Hey, I was doing well at first. Can't combine water and vinegar and use that to clean your whole house.
Why haven't you used it yet, bitch? Your house is still dirty.
All right. Here we go. What is the water to rice ratio to cook white rice?
1 cup. 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of water.
That's incorrect.
I thought it's isn't it like
cup
1
of water and a whole cup of rice?
Rice?
What'd you say, Becky?
1 cup of water to 3 cups of rice?
That's incorrect. It's 2 parts water, 1 part rice.
All right.
She don't cook.
Kelly is so disgusted and disappointed with both of us right now.
All right,
No, she ain't. I only got one wrong.
this one right here is the most important question on the whole quiz, at least for Jordy. What flour do you use to fry chicken?
Seasoned flour.
Oh, I can't think of the name of it. I was thinking of that flour you use as breadcrumbs. Starts with a P or something. But
Panko?
what? What, Kelly? We didn't hear you.
You got to talk into the microphone, Kelly.
Self-rising. I had to learn that one, remember?
Yeah, self-rising all-purpose flour.
We use
Correct.
seasoned flour.
No, that's a thing.
There's all kinds of different varieties.
Well, as you guys know, I don't even have flour in my house. That's why when I had to pour it on my face, I had to use cornstarch instead.
So guys,
Yeah, don't have
guys
chicken
in
either.
Becky's DM right now, you understand she does not have all-purpose flour in her house, so she's not frying you chicken. Take
Yep.
them notes. What is
You
the?
could just, if people are rich enough, they can just order it and have it brought to us.
Oh, here we go. No, it's cleaner to get it ordered because you can't get through your shithole farm.
Why would think about it? Why would a man want me to waste my time cooking when I could be in the bedroom with him instead? Think
No,
with
they
your.
don't look at that. That's old back in Little House on the Prairie days. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
It's the truth. It's what most men want. If a man
No,
can
they
cook,
don't. No,
doesn't
they
he need-
don't. Shut the fuck up.
you don't have a man, Tina. Shut up.
All right,
I had a man for I've been married 3 times, you stupid bitch. The last marriage was 25 years. Shut the fuck up, Becky. You know nothing about me. Shut
And
the fuck
still
up.
around, are
You
they?
know
If you
nothing
were-
about me. You're never gonna see me go on the internet and say my man can't get hard only at his mom's house because I wouldn't fuck in my mom's house and I wouldn't fuck in his mom's house. You're a fucking pig. You're a
If you were-
fucking pig.
If you were a good wife, Tina, you would have only been married once. Case closed.
No, not necessarily. Shut the fuck up, whore. Shut up.
Time, and all three
You're
of them.
married at all.
What the
You're
fuck?
married at all. So what's the problem? They rather swallow? Fuck out of
I'm
here.
not listening to you anymore. I've already tuned you out.
All right, question number 9 for you ladies. What is the difference between a colander and a strainer?
Does one catch the water? I don't know.
The difference between a colander and a strainer. Do you have a guess, Tina?
Nope. I use a strainer for everything.
The difference is the size of the holes. Colander has bigger holes, strainer has smaller holes.
There you go, Becky. You should know that. You got quite big gouging holes.
The smaller holes
The strainer has the smaller holes.
be like the strainer, and Tina would be the colander. Okay,
No, nice try. You're still trying to fuck on plentyoffish.com. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
I'm not on there. I have so many men in my DMs. I don't need to be.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. They're all flocking right now. They want your fucking address so they can clean up that shit home.
I opened my DMs for 5 minutes yesterday and literally got over 100 messages. So you don't know what
Yeah,
you're talking
fucking with
about.
people online is really not hard to do, Becky. Really, it's not.
Then why are you still single? I don't
I
want to hear
wouldn't fuck with somebody online. I think it's fucking retarded. But then
Tina.
when you guys fight, everybody on the internet has to know that you got pimples on your pussy. We don't want to know y'all sexual shit. And when you date online, we have a tendency to have to hear about all your elaborate fucking escapades. Get the fuck out of here.
Only when you date immature people like Richie. I've had other relationships while I was a YouTuber.
Okay,
and-
it's only a Richie thing, Kelly, because our 2U, she had a problem with him. The other Richie, she had a problem with him. She thinks because her name is Rich that they got a lot of money. That's how dumb this Harvard fucking graduate is.
Do you know how many hundreds, probably hundreds of men I've dated, and none of them have made it online except for those 2 fat fucking losers?
Hundreds of men? God damn, you can't get it right, trad wife? What the fuck?
It's called dating and enjoying the courtship process, and I've done that plenty. I've been wined and dined most of my life. Thank you.
Did you ever pay for any of the dates?
No, never. No. That's not true. That's not true. Do you want to hear a little story?
Sure.
All right. So there was this one guy. This was back on Plenty of Fish. So this was like 10 plus years ago now. He was from my high school and he reached out to me. And in high school, like I didn't feel like I was very attractive or anything yet. So if somebody who was shut up. If somebody who was attracted to me in high school would reach out to me, I would want to give them a chance, especially because it would take balls because they actually knew me, right? So I went out on a date with this guy and I saw he was heavier in his profile, but I didn't realize how much heavier. When we showed up at the date, it was just at a diner. I was in my early 20s, if that at this point. He sat down across from me. He was so huge, the table had to be pulled out for him in order to sit down. And he ordered a meal for him, 2 desserts for him, and a meal for his father. And I thought, that's a lot of fucking food to bring home. Sure enough, by the time we get to the register, his credit card doesn't work. So I had to pay for all of it. So I just took that as like, well, guys have always paid for me. So this is my one time to do it myself. So there was him and there was one other guy who pretended to forget his wallet when all I got was a coffee and he got a sandwich. So we had like gone in my car together to get there. So I drove him back to his car, made him get his fucking wallet and pay me back because I don't accept that shit for the most part.
Well, who the fuck do you think you are, motherfucker? You have nothing to offer a man except for a fucking certificate on your fucking wall that said you went to fucking extended college, and you think you're owed everything when you go somewhere. Who the fuck are you?
Boy, you
I don't
don't
get it. I
You
don't understand the whole
about being
concept.
feminine.
You, Kelly, when you and Wings brought me home, when you and your husband brought me home, I didn't hear one time him say, "Hey, babe, give me my wallet out of your purse." What the fuck is wrong with this bitch?
Here's my question. So you go out with a guy and you're really not feeling it, and you know you're going to end the date. Do you even offer to pay?
I used to when I was younger, and no one ever took me up on that. But now that I'm older, I don't do that because, Tina, I actually know my worth and I know how to be a feminine woman. I go out dressed beautifully, looking wonderful. And the entire time I am out with that man, I am increasing his social credibility
Delusional.
and
You're
value.
delusional. You're delusional.
No, I'm not.
Wait,
It's the truth.
wait,
Just-
wait.
I'm sorry.
So
what-
you will sit through this meal knowing good and well that you are not planning on ever talking to this guy again and make him still pay for your meal?
Yes, she's a bitch.
The entire time.
Leaving in 15 minutes. I'm not going to be able to help you anymore. Every time Tina talks, it's echoing in Becky's thing. Like the entire chat is revolting.
What? I did what you told me to do. What else? I don't know what else to do.
Did it auto change back to
I'll
the
check
other one?
Let me check.
She's so worried about fucking plates of food on the table she's got to pay for it. She can't figure out her fucking mic setting.
How? Wait. No, main. Give me 1 second.
Kelly, you got good points, girl. That's why you're married. This fucking crazy bitch.
It did default back. I don't know how to fucking not make it default back.
Oh, it defaulted back, right? So you got to save it, switch it, and then save. Hit save
There is no save button, just an escape button, but
or something because
figure it out.
Well,
I'll figure it out.
you got to pay attention to it because it's like, dude, we can't hear anything that's being said. Like you got to pay attention to the chat. Like literally nothing can be understood at all. There, you might as well just shut down the stream if you're going to continue and not fix the audio issues. I'm going on a snowmobile. Have fun.
Okay, well, I'm watching the chat right now. Don't worry, Jordy. I'll take care of that.
I've been watching it, but I just don't want to like interrupt you guys while you're going either. Everybody's been calling you Becco.
Oh, God. I'm keeping an eye on you. Please don't troll me and fuck with the show. If you hear an echo come back, let me know. I've got my eye on it.
Ectoplasm. By the way, Joshua donated $40. He wanted me to call Boogie a cuck. Boogie, you need to go sit in the cuck chair, my man. No more Desi. Straight to the cuck chair. She's got you cucked up. Ectoplasm says, Becky is 100 pounds overweight, 20 years too old, talking like she doesn't need to provide anything in a relationship.
I provide, and that's where you guys are fucking morons. If you're dating a millionaire, he doesn't need a woman who makes $150,000 a year. He needs a woman who can take care of his house, which I can when I have paid help, and relieve his stress.
Paid help. You notice everything's about money with Becky? You're pasty white. You make me claustrophobic just looking at you. I feel squeezed in. You're not attractive. You think you're better than every woman on this fucking platform. And you're a piece of shit, Becky, for putting other women down. And what you don't know, Becky, I got a closet full of brand new dresses. And guess what? I choose to live my life the way I do. But that don't make you better than me. Becky, you got it?
No, it's everything else about me that makes me better than you.
You know nothing about me. You know nothing, bitch.
And I don't want to.
I wouldn't rock with an ugly motherfucker like you do. And no way in hell I would rock with a motherfucker with rotten teeth.
You're echoing
Even
again.
my teeth are fucked up, but I wouldn't date a rotten teeth motherfucker. That means they don't take care of their dick.
I want to answer one thing that I was in the middle of saying when Keem came. Wait, I'm hearing echo. Sorry. Just go on, Jordy.
I got to admit to that last thing. It's like you are pushing 40 now. You can't really do some of the traditional housewife things. Why would a guy that has a lot of money pick you over somebody like Brantley, for example?
Exactly.
If there's really an echo, then I'm just going to have to go because my setting didn't switch back and I don't want to fuck up the stream. So people are saying echo and I don't know if they're trolling or not.
Well, I'm going to leave anyways. Kelly, I appreciate you being the woman you are. You're not less than anybody. You're above everybody. You keep a clean house. You keep your man happy. You got a nice fucking car. And you know what? All this bullshit that this fucking Nimrod up here is saying is fucking straight bullshit. I don't know what world she lives in, but she needs to come back to the real world because she's really in a world of her own. That's why she's gonna be lonely, childless, and the only thing that's gonna bring her any fucking joy is cats with hair all out of place. I'll see you guys at 8. Bye, everybody.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Thanks, Tina. Love you.
All right. Let me know if there's still an echo and then I'll bounce too. What I was going to say that she wasn't letting me see, I fucking hate her. I swear to God, I'm going to get her on my show because she talks for 5 fucking years until I forget what I'm going to say. Oh, the simple test of whether or not just being in a man's presence enhances his value. Haven't you ever noticed when a man wears a wedding ring, all of a sudden other women want him more? It's called social fucking proof, you dingbat. And yes, it makes other women want that man more.
Yeah, but what I asked you was, what do you have to, if all you have to provide for a man is yourself and like sex, what do you have to give to a man that has money that like a 25-year-old wouldn't?
That's up to the man. If he prioritizes youth and looks, then that's what he would choose. If he prioritizes somebody like me, who he could actually take out in public, hang out with his group of friends, have a valid conversation on a myriad of topics, somebody who's educated like I am, who could raise their children well, that's what I bring. I'm focused on education and other value besides cooking and cleaning because you could pay people to do that. You can't just pay for a good woman to raise your kids. They're two separate things.
Well, we still got 11 trad wife questions we can ask before Becky leaves.
Sure. So far, people are saying it was Tina echoing, not me. As usual, I always
I think a lot of it was just how loud she yelled.
Yeah, probably.
So here we go. If you're making a cake without eggs, what can you replace the eggs with?
Oh my God, I feel like I know this.
You said you've never baked a cake in your life.
No, but I don't know. My only guess is egg whites, and obviously that's not going to be the right answer.
Do you want to guess, Kelly?
Oh, me and Kelly, this is even better. I like it.
You bake cakes. No guess?
Let's go with oil.
Mayonnaise. You can use mayonnaise to substitute egg.
Ooh, it is good for everything.
I want to respond to the chat really quick with Baba Yaga saying I'm getting too old to have kids. 1, I'm still just fine, especially with a rich man who can afford a surrogate. And 2, it doesn't matter. Plenty of men like Michael, for example, already have children and I could help raise theirs.
I want to go ahead and point this out. Tina got the question right in chat. She said mayonnaise. So, number 11, what are the basic ingredients? When I say this, basic ingredients for French toast. What do you absolutely need to make French toast?
Bread and butter.
Bread, eggs, butter.
Ooh. She might be right.
Both of you are incorrect. It's milk, eggs, and toast.
You have to have milk? Really? I didn't know that. I never made French toast.
Milk, eggs, and toast.
Well, fuck, Kelly. You're starting to look as bad as I am.
All right, number 12.
Do we need to do a house tour?
What are the 3 bases to make ranch dressing? You only have to get one of the 3.
Seasoning, ranch.
You can't. No, you're making ranch dressing.
Seasoning, but okay, that's how I would do it. Ranch seasoning and water and whatever the fuck else.
You want to guess, Kelly?
First off, a sour cream.
Sour cream is one of the bases. Buttermilk, mayonnaise, or sour cream is the base of ranch dressing. Question number 13. Why do you burp a baby?
Burp? So that they don't have gas.
Correct.
Yeah.
Kelly, you're not looking at the microphone.
Maybe we should put your face on it so I would want to stare at it more.
You got to have the microphone in front of your mouth. All right, you got one.
Yes,
let's see,
dear.
number 14. What traditional gift do you bring to a dinner?
Wine.
Both got it correct. Wine is the traditional gift. Number 15. What is the proper washing method for a pair of blue jeans?
Do you mean like how often you wash them, or
No, how you wash them. You're already at the point of washing them. How do you properly wash them?
I know you're not supposed to put them in the dryer. Rinse first, maybe? That would be my guess. I don't know.
Would you like a guess, Kelly? I know I don't wear blue jeans, so you might not have a lot of practice on this.
You also don't like me wearing them with light colors and detergent and softener.
Inside out with cold water.
Is it? I know cold water for that.
That's totally a myth.
Inside out.
All right. What ingredient do you use to help get wrinkles out while ironing?
Water. Steam.
Water.
The same thing.
Water, it makes steam.
Starch.
By the way, I have to say it's really cute, but my mom is apparently watching and she's trying to text me to help me cheat. I'm not looking, but it's hilarious.
All right. What temp does water boil at? You can give it Celsius or Fahrenheit.
100 degrees Celsius.
Correct.
Ooh, I only know that from living in Korea. That's funny.
Do you want to try to do Fahrenheit, Kelly?
No, I'm trying to give, Becky this trad wife look. So,
Oh, sure. Come on, Kelly. You could speak up. Make it fair.
All right. The next one Tina's going to get for certain. Number 18. How do you remove a blood stain?
milk.
Maybe that's where toothpaste comes in. I don't know. I know you could use that for some stains.
It is club soda. Club soda.
Also milk. Look it up.
We did look it up. Club soda is the most popular
I'm
answer.
serious. You can do milk too.
All right, so
Hey, I know
here's
from
one. Here's
experience.
one we got for you guys, chat. This one's just for the chat. Becky, what is the most common size of a trash bag?
13. Oh, can I answer or no?
Yeah.
13 gallons.
13 gallons. We thought you wouldn't know that one.
Oh, wait, I do know how to clean up, but you know what I don't know for sure, Wings? And I want to check. Did you make sure to put on the redirect to Queens tonight?
I did.
Oh, nice. Good job.
I'm not Boogie. I don't mess up on it. All right.
Poor Boogie here to defend himself.
And then number 20 is the final question. How often do you change your bed sheets a year?
Me?
No, it's not an opinion. It's how often should you?
Oh, once a week.
What?
So 52 times a year, I guess.
Correct. 52 is the number. You're supposed to change your bed sheets once a week.
I usually do it at least twice a week because I have cats. So
that is the quiz. Like Becky actually did better than I thought she would. She got 13 out of 20 right.
13 is my lucky number. That's amazing.
Tina did better though. Tina only missed 2.
Tina has
I
clearly
knew my girl Tina
very
would.
hard life, so I'm not surprised.
So I was hoping this would go longer, so we still got a fucking hour to go with this. So
I'm going to be on for more than the first hour. I'm happy to stay. I might cause a little bit of chaos. I've been behaving for far too long.
all right.
Kelly, I see your face. What are you thinking over there?
Oh, I'm just waiting on my husband to tell you to stand up and do a twirl.
She has never gotten over that. Like I'm over here.
Do you ever tell me to stand up
Let
and
me
do a
preface
twirl?
this. Like when Becky was doing her dating show, I told her to stand up and do a twirl because I wanted everybody to see what they're trying to get. Right? You want, like, if you go buy a new car, you want to open all the doors. You want to beep the horn. You want to open the trunk. You want to see if everything works.
All fairness, I do look nice doing a twirl, so he was helping out the audience. But Kelly, how come you?
Let's
ahead.
also remember when you said, "I know how to pull the women." I mean, y'all saw Priscilla.
You still hold on to that one, huh? Well, Priscilla's dead.
Oh my God.
Like, what are you over here being jealous about a woman that's in a casket right now?
It's still about what
I'm
you
just making a point of how little you think of me.
Oh my Lord, here we go with this.
Jordy, I can bet, I don't know you two very well, but I could bet that Jordy would be nothing without you, Kelly. I feel like you do most of the work for everything. Jordy just sits there and looks like a cute little gumdrop.
Is that true, Kelly?
Do you wear contact lens?
No, I don't.
Do we wear glasses?
I do wear
Do
glasses.
we need to get them? I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Becky.
About me. Actually, I swear, my honest to God opinion on Wings is that he looks like a cute little gumdrop. Like, you know, the dancing pudding thing you have on YouTube? I think it's on YouTube, not on Discord. It's the little pudding icon. I feel like that's what Jordy looks like. He's like a little harmless pudding. Let me see if I can find the pudding one.
You know what Priscilla used to call me, Kelly? She used to call
What?
me a sloth.
Okay, Jordy, now stand up and do a twirl for everyone. There we go.
Jordy, I have a question. Oh, I gotta wait for the headphones. By the way, Jordy, did you notice we both have, mine's covered a bit by makeup, but did you notice we both have beauty marks in the same exact spot?
Mm-hmm. That's my Cindy Crawford.
They say that people who have beauty marks right here or on their arms were witches in a previous life.
Well, I don't believe in none of that mess.
You should.
Why should I believe in witches? Like, what is that?
I tell you what, I never used to believe in magic or anything like that either. But if you start believing and you try doing it, it's one of those things, you know, the saying, you have to see it to believe it. It's actually the opposite. You have to believe it to see it. And once you do, it starts happening in all areas of your life.
So you got to convince yourself that it's real and like think really hard that it's going to be real. Like, for example, like I can drink water out of this controller or some shit like that. Like it's never going to happen.
No, but what might happen is, like, let's say, for example, you believed the controller could give you water. It's a really stupid example. You might find more water in other areas of your life. So, for example, one of my beliefs is that the more you pour into a woman, especially a good woman, the more it comes back to you in your life, either multiplied or exponentially. And in my case, that's turned out to be really true. I also pour into women. So, like, if I ever have extra money, I tend to give it to my mom, for example, or buy her gifts. Things like that. And I might spend $100 on her and literally later in the same day get back $1,000 from elsewhere. I've had that happen more than once.
Kelly, have I not poured enough money into you?
No. I need at least $2,000 more.
What do you need $2,000 for?
It's also Valentine's Day coming up. You got a month, buddy.
What do you want for Valentine's Day? Oh, you want a surprise?
No. I've seen what you give me as gifts. If I don't tell you what I want, we're done with the surprises.
Billy Joe helped me with one of your gifts.
Like I actually told our child that today. I was like, yeah, I'm done with surprises. I'm just going to leave stuff in his Amazon cart.
What was one of my surprises that you hated?
Honey, let's talk about the beanie. When do I ever wear a beanie?
That one's the one you got for your race today.
Yes, but you bought me one for Christmas. When do I ever wear a beanie?
I like the way you look in a beanie. Maybe I'm being suggestive.
Would you prefer?
It didn't work out well for the gray one. Why would it have worked well for the other one?
Would you prefer her in a beanie or a corset, Wings?
He prefers me with nothing on.
A beanie.
Oh. So nothing on except for a beanie?
Except the beanie.
No, she has this little white getup we got from Priscilla McCall's that she looks pretty good in.
Kelly, what kind of gift would you really love to get from Jordy that he hasn't gotten for you yet? Maybe he could get you that for Valentine.
Jordy is actually already. I've already told him what I wanted for Valentine's Day.
What I've forgotten at this point, so you need to tell me again.
Jordy.
The brick.
Oh.
The stadium brick.
She wants us to buy this brick that goes at the stadium of the Brave Stadium that has mine and her name on it.
Did you guys write your name there, or was that somebody else who wrote it there and you just want it?
No. You pay for the brick. It's $250,
And they'll put
and they
your name
engrave like it'll go like Jordy Jordan and like Kelly Jordan, and that's the
and
brick.
they'll give you a replica of it.
They give you a replica, and they have a brick at the base of the stadium.
That's cool. Is that like, I feel like that's almost a suggestive gift though, Kelly. Like maybe if he gets you, see, this is how magic works. Maybe if you got Kelly a brick, then energetically and physically, it would make sure that you, Jordy, are more bricked up.
That's not usually the case. I got no libido.
Well, maybe if you get that for her and buy it for her with intent, it would work. That's honest to God how it works.
So you're saying if I buy this brick, I'll get my libido back, because I'll spend $250 if I could have that feeling again, because I kind of miss.
Yes, that's exactly what she's saying.
Because I kind of miss being horny. Like I'm gonna say this, it's been like 5 years or 6 years since I've been able to be like actively horny, and like it changes so much of what you do in life. Like
you realize how terrible you're making your wife look right now, right?
It's got nothing
in front of everyone while I'm sitting here.
It's got nothing to do with you, though. It's got everything to do with a chemical reaction in my body.
You realize how many people are going to be in my inbox telling me that I'm the reason you can't get it hard, right? Like you get
No. I can get it hard. I just don't have sexual desire.
No, and that's shit that people who are uneducated like Tina say. That's what she was just saying about me with Richie. Something like that. It could be a chemistry problem, but in Jordy's case, it's not. It's a low T problem.
Yeah.
Jordy, I'll tell you how you solve it magically anyway, but you would have to fully believe in it. And if you want help with this behind the scenes, I could help both of you out. The way it would work is, especially when it's time to give her the brick, but also when you buy it, this is a little detailed, but actually remember what it felt like to feel horny or have the sexual desire. Think of that feeling, really focus on that energy until you feel that way again. And as you're feeling that way, give it to her. So it's like energetic transference. It helps bring the energy from the ether down into the physical. That's why in magic we have
Harvard grads would say fake it till you make it.
Yeah, but Boogie says that shit too, and that shit don't work.
Fake it till you make it, or the other thing?
Hold up. You're getting sex advice from Boogie?
No. Boogie's thing is fake it till you make it. Shy donated $117.38. Big up, Shy. Thank you, my man. And Kelly is a real queen. W2 Wings the legend. Kelly is amazing. Kelly blew me out the water the other day. Not like sexually, but like we were getting a couch delivered. And like she did her job, she did her schoolwork, she cleaned the house spotlessly while doing all this. And when I woke up, there was a hot meal on the stove. I was like, good Lord. Like,
can I ask you a question? Because I always get shit on for this in terms of providing value or whatever. But since you're both a married couple, you're the perfect person to ask. Mm-hmm. Now, I know the sexual problem is on Jordy's end and not on yours, Kelly, but I have a question for you. If Jordy were to, for example, get you a maid or make it so that you never have to worry about cleaning the house, you don't have to work unless you wanted to. So in other words, you're completely unstressed. Would that increase your libido and make you way more affectionate towards him?
I don't think so, honestly. Like,
really?
But I also know that I think that would make me feel less value because I wouldn't feel like I'm contributing enough to the household.
Interesting. Okay.
That would actually make me feel less attractive.
Wow. For me, that makes me feel a million times more valued and more attractive because it's like, wow, he values me so much. He's giving me a nice, easy life. And now I have all the, like when I'm being provided for like that, that makes me feel very feminine. It knocks me out of that masculine working energy and it makes me feel very feminine and it makes me want to adore him. Yeah.
Right. But what you're doing is you're letting him build. What you want to do as a married couple is you both build together.
Oh, see, I have a different philosophy.
So that's how I feel about it, is like, I want to feel like I contribute just as much as him. Like we both have.
She finds that hard to contribute. Like we had the disagreement about her going back to school, and we talked about like, hey, I came to the conclusion the reason you make money is so you can make your life better. And this is what she wants to do to make her life better. Even though I don't see the value in her finishing her bachelor's degree, she wants to do it. So what purpose is money if it's not to do things that you want to do? So
Exactly. See, for me, I guess there's probably two valid ways of looking at it, right? You've got the 50-50 method, splitting things down the middle. That does work. Or you have the other method of like, you don't have a football team full of linebackers, right? You have different people with different skills. You can have men with one skill set and women with another. And I prefer a more complementary thing like that, where you're both reciprocal instead of both being exactly the same.
well, we tried when we first got married to have separate bank accounts and stuff like that. Well, what ended up happening is she would overextend herself and she would actually go try to borrow money from other places because she got tired of asking me for money. So it got to the point where it's like, okay, let's just have one bank account so we don't make like mistakes and borrow money at interest rates and stuff like that. And I make a lot more money than she does for most of the marriage. But she has trouble. Other than Kelly, you'd be better to explain it. Like, what issues do you have, like with us being equals?
I don't think you think we're equals sometimes.
Like, what do you think?
Well, because you will question, like, I never question your spending. I never say you need to do this or you need to do that, where I feel like you constantly question me on those things.
Yeah, but when do I normally question you? It's usually around Christmas time.
Or any other time I want to buy gifts.
Yeah, but you're like Buddy the Elf when it comes to gifts. You're like, I want to go spend, just like a while ago, you want to spend $50.
Okay, let's take this for instance. Okay. I am waiting on you to look at the bank account and see that I spent $30 at Burlington, and I'm waiting on you to ask me, what did you spend $30 on?
I mean, I probably would have never even looked at that. Like, generally, if it's under $50, I don't question it.
And if I tell you what I spent it on, you're gonna tell me it was ridiculous and there was no need for it.
Okay, what do I spend that you ever had an issue with?
I don't care what you spend.
That's the problem. That's the problem right there.
Whatever you want.
That's the problem. I want you to care.
Get all the page 5 you need.
This is the troll mess right here. This is the troll mess.
Can I ask a question about that too? Wings, you can stop me if this is too much, but would it change maybe it's too much. Maybe I shouldn't ask, but it's just an opinion. Would it change your opinion of Wings, Kelly, if he really was bi and really did like men too?
It would. It honestly would.
It would for me too. It would for me too.
I'm being 100% honest, yes.
Which is fine because I don't like men.
Oh no, but
they say I have very manly features.
Dude, I will admit.
Oh, like, Jordy, I got it.
Okay.
I need you right now to rank me and Becky.
In what?
Out of 10.
Out of 10. This is easy. You're a perfect 10. Becky's a negative 10.
No, actually, I would love, since she's a 10, I can't possibly live up to Kelly, but I would love to know what number you would give me because I've always wondered what number I am for real. I'm curious.
See, that's a loaded question because she's going to refer back to when I called her a 6.
You called me a 5, by the way. I'll take my headphones off.
No. We're not taking headphones off. That's not no fun. It's no fun.
Okay, well then tell her.
Because here's the thing. Let me go ahead and preface this. Like, there's the judging score. Like, everybody goes like, oh, everybody's like a 5 or above, and like 5 is trash, 10 is the best, right? Because it's really a 1 to 5 scale. Because you can't put anybody below average, right? Because 5 would be your average, everyday, homely woman, right? Like, whereas like she's
apparently your wife.
Every girl that you see in Walmart. And it's usually based. Keep taking this home. But like,
go ahead. You rank me 5 out of 10, not 6.
See, even when I'm not trying to cause trouble, I cause trouble. It just comes naturally.
I mean, the easiest way to do this is just say 10 and just.
Oh, Jordy, you just blew yourself out of the water.
No, it's to call Talia a 10. See, I wouldn't rank you a 10. Like, even if I wasn't married, I wouldn't rank you a 10 strictly because of things I know about you, right? Like, I know that you you use your health as an excuse to do things that you sleep a lot, you don't really keep a good house, like all these things that actually factor in.
About me.
This sounds really familiar. Maybe, I mean, twinsies?
Well, wait, I meant just purely physically, because if you look at the whole package, I'm just saying, like, if you just saw
me and Becky are very similar. I just don't hoard. Like she has a bad hip, I have a bad hip.
there, like, say something really quick with that, because I partially answered it before, but not fully. And since I can never fucking address it on my show because Tina screams over me, it was part of it. One of the bedrooms was because I had a roommate who lived here who moved out and didn't take all her shit, and I had to hold on to it for an unspecified period of time in case she wanted to decide to sue me for it. So that was one. Another one was that I had a whole tarot business set up in a shop, and out of nowhere I had to pull all my stuff out quickly, and that was the tipping point with my house, because I had no place to store it. So once all that stuff was moved in here, then I couldn't do things like reach certain bookshelves or whatever, and then everything just spun out of control anyway. But yeah, I'm not normal. I'm not a hoarder, period. Like, a hoarder has emotional attachment to the items, and that's why they won't throw them away. Me, it was strictly a financial issue. Either one, I couldn't afford to get the dumpster and get rid of them, and I'm like paying for people to do that. And two, if I did just get rid of everything, it costs money to replace it. So it would take me forever as I go through things and decide. But otherwise, if I have money and that's not an issue,
what you just said was the hoarder mentality. You didn't want to replace something because it costs money. Like, they look at things and be like, well, I have it now, I might need it at some point, and you just keep it, and it just takes up space.
But that's why I say, for me, it's not really a hoarding thing. It's a money thing, because as soon as I have the money, that's not an issue anymore. It goes right out the door. The instant my second paycheck hits the bank, I'm hiring a service and getting rid of all that.
I think you really should look into how much this service costs, because it's a few $1,000s to do what you want to do.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's expensive. I can't, my bank account is very low right now. It's not an option. But as soon as it is, it's the first fucking thing I'm doing.
And the worst part about why I said this is a trap, because like I've already said, like, Becky is the type of girl I usually go for. And like Kelly is too. Like, I like dark haired women that are usually shorter than me, that are kind of chubby. Like, that's what I go for. That's every girl I've ever dated in my life. That's what Priscilla started out as. That's what Tony Kate started out as. That's what every other, I don't want to name off all my girlfriends.
Was blonde, wasn't she?
Brandy was blonde. She was the exception. But like, Brandy kind of came at me. Like I met her for one date. I didn't really dig her because I wasn't into blondes. And then like a week went by and she started like, I didn't want to reach out to you, but I really miss you, blah, 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 blah. And like, she kind of like initiated the relationships, and I was kind of lonely at the time too. So I kind of went with it. And as you deal with people's personalities and things, like you kind of made it work, and like, it's never going to work long term. Obviously it never worked long term, because you got to be able to deal with people in their ups and their downs. Like, when you're married to somebody, you know everything about them, what their fart smells like, what they look like, where a sore is on their body. You know everything about them, and you got to be able to deal with them for long periods of time. Because like, you're always got people in the chat saying, "Oh, divorce arc." Me and Kelly spend all day together. We both work from home. We're both here all the time. She knows everything she doesn't like about me. I know everything I don't like about her, and you just deal with it. Marriage is a thing where give and take. But I would say it's a loaded question.
He gives, I take.
Financially, yeah. But like, there's other things that you bring to the relationship that are worth more than money to me. Like having somebody there to cut my toenails, or to when I'm feeling sad or anxious, and like having somebody there to rub my back when I want to cry. Like, all those things bring value to me that, money can't bring to me.
I want to address exactly that. When you ask, what do I bring to the table? If I'm not bringing money, it's exactly those things. If I was fully living in the type A Harvard personality that I can be, I can't give those things to a man, because I'm busy working and basically acting like a man myself. So, but when you're out of that energy and you could be feminine and provide all those other like soft skills sort of things, it's a different experience. Some men are very good at providing and making their own money. Some men who don't make enough, and especially in today's economy, I understand it's necessary to have a woman who provides as well. But if that's not a constraint, why not have somebody, like if a woman's not working, she's largely fully available for you. And if she's unstressed, that's, at least for me, when I get stressed, my libido goes down. I'm too busy to deal with it. I just force it to the side. But when I'm not, it's all there for a man, including the caring, the loving, just all that stuff.
Any more traps you want to set for me, Kelly?
Oh no, never.
Because like
I think I've said enough tonight, don't you?
You didn't rank us. You fucking talked your way out of ranking me, motherfucker. What?
I said it was unfair to rank you because you obviously are fitting in my wheelhouse. Like you're typically the type of girl I would go for.
So great. So physically, what would my number be?
I'm not giving you one.
Why? You could say I'm a 10. It's okay.
You're not a 10 though.
Then what am I?
You're 5'2", right?
Yes.
I'm gonna say a 6.
What? Why am I 6?
Why are you a 6?
Yeah. Have you not seen my figure? You asked me to stand up and spin around. Tell me how many women have a
your figure is why you're getting marks low. Actually, like I feel like your butt is too big.
Is it because your dick is too small? That's probably why.
No.
I do require somebody who's more endowed. It's just the way the tabs have to fit together.
I actually have a big dick, but I'm not even fucking with you. Say what, Kelly? You can hear you. You muted. Is the light blinking? Talk again. Can't hear you.
Still muted. If you need to go help her, Jordy, I can always flirt with the audience. Actually, Shy, I have a question for Shy. I don't know if he's still here. I wanted to ask when he donoed. How come you dono so much and speak so little? I can make the obvious joke that maybe you're shy, but I'm legitimately curious. You just kind of like lurk in the background and make it rain.
Shy's a cool person. Like, oh, Kelly's all messed up on that.
Yeah. Go help her, Jordy.
There she goes.
Hello.
Hey.
You're back.
Hello.
Hey.
And here I was talking about how enormous your dick is, and I go mute.
Mm-hmm. Like there's a dick pic of mine floating around, and like they want to say I was fully erect, but it was actually a half chub because I was talking to this girl when I was like 25, and like she just starts like taking it off, like she starts showing everything, and I'm like, I never do that, right? I'm never the type of dude that wants to send a dick pic, right? Because like generally with females, like they have these situations where like they have like kids that are looking after, or like they have nephews and nieces that get their phone to play games and stuff. So I don't like just to send an unsolicited pic, right? I feel like it's in bad taste, right? So like this girl got really, really aggressive one night, and she was like 23 or 24. She was in college. And she kind of convinced me, and I was nervous, and I sent one, and that's the one that got leaked, and it got leaked 10 years after the fact. That's a whole nother story in itself.
That's rough.
But yeah, I'm well endowed. Like I'm not, but.
So why don't you like a big butt? Like what kind? Okay.
It's just preference.
Because listen, the chat might not believe me, but if you guys know Yannette Garcia, that's my body type if I'm fully thin, which is why I'm trying to get there, because I want to be a powerful bitch and use my looks to my advantage. But if you don't like a curvy big butt, what kind of butt do you like? Like a wide pancake ass? Like what do you like?
I like Kelly's body style.
I don't know what Kelly's butt looks like, and I don't want to make her show it.
It's generally like, it's not big, but it's not like black girl big, you know, like, because that's another issue with like black women, because I like black women too. Like I've dated a few of them, but like the issue I've always ran into is like, especially like with sex, is like the big butt kind of kills it, especially with like a big belly.
Interesting. Okay.
Because like because it's the way my belly's shaped. Like if you look right here, like I have like an overhang, and it makes it not as fun. It makes it chafy.
If the girl has a, oh my God, I'm going to get graphic. If the girl has a big ass, can't you just like lift it up and plop it on that shelf and then go for it? If you're doing it from behind, I mean.
Like I said, it all depends on the person and each individual body style. But I put negative points for that kind of stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
What about you, Kelly? What is my
extra work? He doesn't like to work.
What do you mean I don't like to work?
Oh, please. Let's not go there.
Let's go there.
Does he just starfish in bed and do nothing and you do all of it, Kelly?
No.
No, not at all, actually.
No. Like I'm Mr. Magic Hands.
He does work.
Oh, but then what did you mean when you said he doesn't like to work?
I don't like to physically work for people.
Like physically work.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, no, in bed he actually really does work.
My thing is like I only work for myself. I don't like to be told what to do, and like if somebody tells me to do something, I won't do it.
Got it. Well, I think we all saw that with what just happened with Keem the past few days.
Well, it's just like mowing the grass. Like I don't want to mow the fucking
physical activity.
I don't.
Let's be real.
I don't like physical activity because I got a bad hip and I'm 400 pounds. Like if I was 300 or like 250 something, like I'd be fine. I mean, I used to hunt and stuff like that when I was a much younger man. My issue is I'm getting too fat and too old.
Right. So the less effort you have to put into something, the better.
No, I'm cool about putting effort in. I mean,
Girls with big butt causes more effort.
What would you say?
I said girls with bigger butts causes more effort.
That's not really. It's just that I just don't like it.
Well, while I'm here, Jordy, I actually have some beef with you.
Okay.
So you have now also worn the shock collar, just as I have. Do you still think I was faking it?
Yes.
What? How? You okay. I'm going to try not to yell. How? You literally had the same exact reactions I did.
Oh, can I shock you? Can I shock you?
How about we shock you?
No, that's you.
That's spousal abuse.
You gave me like 5 different ones. They didn't get paid for that night.
No. They all got paid for except for one, and technically it did get paid for.
I remember one time she hit me and I said F you because it hurt so bad. And then she got me again while I was on the ground. I was like,
can I jump in for a second?
You're such a wife.
Kelly, is there any way, like the way the microphone is, you can move it more to the front at all? Because it's your headphone echoing. At least that's what the chat is saying.
Kelly,
let's try that.
Okay, thank you.
Kelly, you got to see where the light is? You're going to talk into the side right here. That's where the mic picks up.
Where the light is. Which side?
Go turn it back right there. You're fine right there.
Good.
Okay, so you want it like this?
Yes.
That sounds good. Yeah, it's just basically keeping your headphone away from the mic itself, or turning the headphone volume down. So, Jordy, why the fuck do you think it was fake with me? Why?
I don't think it's fake. I just don't think the one you got was rated very high.
Well, that I don't know. I showed the exact one I got. So if you look at the box,
you had a 300 trainer, and it was like $40. Like this is, like I don't know if you heard my last one. The last one was like rough. That last was like getting hit with a stun gun, whereas like this is super uncomfortable.
When I put it on level 100 and Michael was like, hold the button, I literally couldn't, because when I would zap myself, it would fling out of my hand, and that was not fake. It was just that bad. And you know it's not fake because my house is messy, and every fucking time it happens, I had to go find the damn remote, which wasn't fun either.
I actually left it on since the other day. But I don't know. It's like this is an actual shock collar that you would get to train a dog. And like I've never seen one as cheap as yours and Tina's. Like they're always like $200 to $300.
Well, Tina's was that expensive. Mine was cheaper. They cheaped out on me.
Oh, why'd they cheap out on you and not Tina?
Probably because Tina's Michael's favorite. I don't know. And mine was also shipped to me. And I don't know if hers was shipped to her or if she just got it last minute because Michael lives near her. So he probably bought it locally. I don't know.
Kelly, does the chat keep saying you want to get a divorce? Do you want to divorce me?
No.
Tell them how awesome I am. This is not me placating. Like I do.
You're placating right now.
I do have my flaws, and I'll tell you my flaws. Like as I've gotten older and my hips gotten worse, I don't want to do as much, right? So like there's times where like I don't pull my share of the housework, but I'm never the type of person that'll be like, "Hey, I need you to go clean that." I've never been that way. I look at it this way: if I'm unwilling to do something, I'm not going to tell somebody else to do it either, right? It's just the same reason with the shock collar. Like it was important to me that Kelly. I wanted to shock Kelly's hand with this, so she knew what she was going to do to me all night. So like it's important to know what something you experienced. I don't know what I'm saying, but like there's certain things that I feel like I do bad, and almost all of it's because of my weight. And like I'm terrible with food, absolutely terrible with it.
Well, Jordy, you're getting older. You need to get the weight off, because this is another beef I have with you. You were talking about my house, that I should be able to clean it because you have arthritis in your hip and you can do blah, 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 blah. But you have osteoarthritis, right?
I've never had it diagnosed.
So you don't even fucking know. I've been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, which is an autoimmune condition based on inflammation that goes through my entire body. It's very different. And there are times it can go into remission where I feel better. And then there's other times I have a flare up and it's fucking awful. So it's a very, very different condition. And I also wanted to address that because I don't like being called lazy, because while I can be lazy, I'm really not. I'm a very fucking hard worker. And that's a button I don't like being pushed, because I've worked very hard my whole life.
Well, my thing is like, I've never had it diagnosed, but because like one is very fucking expensive to diagnose. And I know it just hurts. It hurts. Okay. Like there's nothing I can go to a doctor and be like, let's diagnose this. It will change the fact that it hurts. They'll want to get me on like fucking pain shots and things like that and injections that I don't want to be on, because like they just cause dependency.
Well, how old are you?
38.
So I'm 39, and I could tell you it was just this year. It was just earlier last year now. It was just earlier last year that I got to the point that if I got down on the floor, I couldn't really get back up again. And that's when I was like, fuck, I got to get, like, I had to go on an antidepressant. I had to increase the dosage, and my weight went up till I was like 258. And for me, I know once I get past like 265, I start losing my mobility really bad. So when I was at 258, I was having a really hard time getting up off the floor. And I was like, fuck, I've got to get this weight off. Like, I don't have a choice. And that's when I started the Ozempic. And now I'm not going to say what my current weight is, because if people want to know, they have to pay for it. But now that I've gotten a lot of the weight off, this time it's made a tremendous difference. When I was getting hit with that shock collar, I got up off the floor like this. And I've been able to get off like half my medications. The age makes a huge difference. And it wasn't like that when I was 35.
Well, yeah, I'm about to turn 39 too. Like I turned 39 in April. But
like you don't have the autoimmune conditions I do, but you also have way more weight on you. It will hit you. Try to get it off.
It's going to hit me. I guarantee it's going to hit me.
Yeah.
Oh, chat's over here guessing. I'll weigh myself, chat. I don't give a shit.
No, I think
He's doing that. I just need everyone to remember he originally ranked me as a 5 and he ranked Becky as a 6.
Not when he's not here to hear it. You're going to give him shit.
Oh, no. He'll hear it later. Don't worry. He'll hear it later.
See, everyone guesses I'm bigger, but you guys have to remember I'm 5'2". I'm a small girl.
427.6.
Well, you carry it well, I guess. I wouldn't have guessed that amount. But isn't Boogie down to like 350 or something? Where's he at?
368.
360, like a full circle. That's
368.
It's just like his shape. He's shaped like a circle too. That's hilarious. Yeah, no, guys, I weigh under 250 now. Don't fucking see. This is a thing they do in girl world too. Like, I know you guys don't talk about that over here, but they always insist the girls are so much bigger than they are.
They think I'm 500-600 pounds.
To me, all in Wings' world, they'll all tell you I'm 500 pounds.
You're like 170, Kelly.
Yeah, but do they not tell you that I'm 500 pounds?
Well, they said they said you're like 300 pounds, but like, yeah, you're really small. Like, you're the smallest girl I've ever dated at this point in your life.
Well, technically, you're not dating me.
I'm married to you, but I'm just saying, like, ever dated. Like, you're like you beat them all. Like, it's like up until you, like the lightest girl I dated was like 250 pounds.
That's I was almost I was about 20 pounds under that weight, a little less when I first came on Lol Cow Live.
Yeah. That you would have been like, if I dated you at that point, you would have been the lightest girl other than Kelly. Cause Kelly,
I was going to say, what?
Kelly, even when, I think we got married, you were 232. Weren't you that ballpark?
Somewhere in there.
Yeah. 232 when we got married.
239 when we got married.
Listen, I will tell you guys, I'll help you out here, Wings. They call me Becky anyway, so I'll do it. If you guys want to drop $50 here, not on my show, because that one's about Tina tonight, but here, I'll tell you what my weight is. Not like you'll fucking believe me, but I do have a scale. I could go get it.
Mine was 427.6. I'm not 500 pounds. I've actually never been 500 pounds because like I had like she says she can't like 260s where she starts breaking down. Mine's 435. Once I get 435, everything becomes harder to do.
Yes. When I got bariatric surgery, I was 278. That was my highest weight, and I was losing my mobility. At that point, I was going through a lot of health issues too. But I was, honest to God, I'm not exaggerating, walking less than 100 steps a day. And then I started doing like pool therapy, and I realized, oh my God, when I'm in a pool, I'm like, I was kind of beating everyone else at therapy. In the pool, I'm very competitive. I was like, oh, what if I'm actually like athletic under this? It felt so good to move in the water, and I realized I actually love moving, and I was starting to lose my mobility, and I was like, I got to do whatever I can to get this weight off, because I knew if I got any higher, I was just going to go downhill. There was going to be I was going past the point of no return.
People are saying 350.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, I talk with the chat a lot.
Yeah, you talk with them. I mean, like I'm probably doing the most boring show of Local Live ever tonight, so it's all good.
As long as you're aware.
You're helping with that.
See,
listen, this is not my job.
This is your job.
Dream.
This is totally not my job. No.
We're Jelly. We're Jordy and Kelly.
No. You are Wings of Redemption, and I am Kelly.
Casey Kaplan donated 20. Love you, Wings.
Evan in the chat said she ain't my lady if she ain't 280. I love that.
That's one of my sayings.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
If she ain't 280, she ain't a lady. That's something I said on PKA.
So that would mean I'm not a lady.
Well, I used to think the boys used to make fun of me because I was a chubby chaser. And like, even though I'm a fat guy, I like big, voluptuous women.
Well, she can still be voluptuous, just smaller. And now you could change it to she ain't my lady if she ain't 180.
Yeah. Like my thing is like, I remember I had this date with this girl and she was not my archetype at all. Like she was well under 200 pounds. But she would she ordered the tour of Italy at Olive Garden, and she just took her fork and pushed the food around the plate. Just pushed around, didn't want no salad. She just nibbled on it and then wanted to leave. I'm like, you ordered a $25 meal and you want to fucking leave? Hell no, I'm going to take that home to the dog. I'm stacking her shit up in the to-go plate.
God, I went on a date before I was with Richie, and I stopped seeing the guy because of this, because we went to a Mexican place, and I was always taught it's rude to bring home leftovers on a date. You don't do that. So I wasn't going to bring home my leftovers, and I had ordered like 2 enchiladas or something, so there was one left. That fucker ordered mine to go, and he took home my food himself. I never saw that guy again. I thought that was the cheapest thing I had ever seen. I was actually disgusted by it. Now, if he said he didn't want to see it go to waste, then of course I would.
So that's the reason you stopped? Like he no other red flags because he took your food home with him?
There was another red flag later in that date. We still wanted to hang out and everything was closed. So we wanted to get ice cream. It was summer. And so we went to the McDonald's drive-thru and got ice cream. And he only got 1 instead of 2 and made us share it. And that was also fucking cheap and also gross. Who wants to share ice cream with someone on a first date? That's like sharing spit and...
Kelly has some first date stories.
You want to share, Kelly?
Oh, absolutely not.
Make sure you're talking into the microphone.
I said absolutely not.
Well, I will share them if you don't want to share them. Shit.
Oh, share your first date story.
She had this one dude that took her to a tree stand on the first date.
A tree stand? What is that?
A tree stand is a thing that you climb up to hunt deer. So it's like 6 o'clock at night. He's taking her into the woods, and she's going into the woods with this guy with a gun.
Did you meet this guy online, or had you known him in person already?
Online.
Oh my God, you're fucking crazy. I didn't know you were a wild bitch, Kelly. Holy shit. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, Wings.
I don't know the full story. I only know what she's told me. Like, this guy takes her into a tree stand for the first date. Then he takes her on
we didn't get to the tree stand. Be fair, I ended up doing better judgment there.
Was it the same guy that took you on a second
Didn't
date
know my name?
and didn't know your name?
No, that's a different one.
Well, she had a second date with a guy that got her name wrong.
Yeah, we were done after that.
Really? I feel like if a guy got you weren't sleeping with him when it happened, right?
No.
He didn't shout out the wrong name in bed or something. Had you been intimate with him up to that point? Or was it just like a normal second? Well, see, that wouldn't bother me that much. I don't think.
Kelly is a devout Christian. She saved herself for marriage.
I actually kind of wish I had done the same thing, to be honest.
Wings, your wife is in here. Show some respect. Kelly, milk him.
Do you know what milking a man is, Reese? Do you actually know what that is? Because
I know what it is, and it isn't what he's referring to. He wants to be milked like a cow. What's some embarrassing shit you can say about me, Kelly?
I don't have anything.
You've got to have something. She just can't think of it off the top of her head. That can be hard.
It's also past my bedtime. Let's be real.
Yeah, I'm an old soul though. Like, I'm very old manish. Like, I'm very set in my ways. I don't try to lie to people. I don't try to tell people something I'm not going to do. I don't try to shit people in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, I have a question for you. It's actually inspired by the super chat we just got. Con Jr. was asking you what you should get from Wendy, or what he should get from Wendy's, and what would you get? And then I have something to say about it after you answer. What should he get from Wendy's?
If I had to go get from Wendy's right now, I always go with the standard either spicy chicken sandwich or the Dave's Double, and I usually get the chili with it and a large Coke. That's my Wendy's
Don't order a baked potato because they never have it.
Oh, see, I used to love a chili cheese potato from Wendy's. That was my favorite, or a Baconator. My question for you, Wings, was, since you're like the Wendy's king from what I gather, how did you feel about the fact that me and Richie broke up over Wendy's?
Well, the whole Wendy's king thing became when I got my surgery. I don't like to cook. I don't cook at all, right? To be perfectly honest. And like, I've spent my entire adult life eating fast food or something I can put in the microwave. And if I ever got home cooked meals, either my grandmother, my mother, or like some woman in my life would cook it. So like, when I got the surgery done, I'm like looking over the list. And one of the things on the list that I could have once I could have solid foods was Wendy's chili blended up. They told you to go get a Wendy's chili, put it in like a blender, blend it up, and you were allowed to drink it because it had a lot of protein in it.
Surgery? Was this after bariatric surgery? Did I hear that? Or
yes,
is that what I heard?
After bariatric surgery. Like,
I'm sorry I'm jumping in, but holy fucking shit. When I also had bariatric surgery, the last thing I would have tried putting in my stomach was chilies. I think it was maybe at least 4 or maybe 6 months. I don't know.
This is like 2 months after. Like, this.
Christ, I don't know. How the fuck did you? I'm sorry,
See,
but you
so I was like sandwiches by week 2.
You're a certified fat ass, Wings, and apparently you too, Kelly. I won't use you.
More.
I could never. The first time I ate chilies, it was like a fatty chili. Oh, it killed my stomach. I was so sick, and that was at least 3 or 4 months after.
See, like, it did bother me because if you blend it well, it's almost like a liquid. I couldn't eat it. I couldn't eat it with just a spoon until about 6 months in. But since I didn't want to like cook or like do anything like that or eat applesauce all fucking day, I would just go get 2 Wendy's chilies. I'd have one for breakfast, one for dinner, and that'd be 500 calories. And I'd have a protein shake, and that'd be 700 calories for that day. And that's what my diet was. I lost a lot of weight doing that. I went from like 472 to 330 pounds in the span of about 9 months. And like, and people like started associating me with Wendy's chili. I actually don't even fuck with Wendy's that hard now. Like, Kelly would tell you, I'm a Zaxby's man.
What is,
Hmm.
I've never even heard of that.
It's a fried chicken restaurant here in the South. It's a Southern thing. It's kind of like Tim Hortons in the North.
That's why fried chicken is so important to you. I forget you guys are like from the South.
Yeah, I love, like, I could eat fried chicken every meal. Fried chicken and a Coke. Ooh.
I'm not trying to sound sexual. I love any kind of meat. I'm a meat eater. That's my favorite. So I like a good steak, anything like that.
So let me ask you a question. We got 15 minutes left of the show. Cody with the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Cody. You obviously have an unhealthy relationship with food like I do. You've had bariatric surgery. You're currently on Ozempic. You've always probably had some sort of weight problem.
Mm-hmm.
You can go in this one too, Kelly, if you'd like to. What would you say is your weak food point? And have you ever got to the point with food that you didn't want to eat, but you ate anyway?
Oh, fuck yes. My thing was sugar. I was a sugar addict. It was a legitimate addiction. In fact, one of my most embarrassing stories in life was the week before bariatric surgery, where you have to like be liquid only for the most part, or completely. I don't remember now. It was 2:30 a.m. and this was before the pandemic. So the Walmart near me was still open 24 hours a day at that point. And it was 2:30 a.m. and I wanted Kit Kats so bad because I would sit there and literally eat a bag of fucking Kit Kats and have a bag of Reese's, and I would alternate and eat till I was sick. Like I was really fucking addicted. And it was 2:30 a.m. and I knew I was actually talking to Boogie at the time. He helped me through this a bit, gave me some tips because he had already had his surgery. And it was 2:30. I wanted that bag of Kit Kats more than life itself. I wanted it so fucking bad. And I was not letting myself have it because I knew if I can't do what would happen after surgery, if I couldn't stop myself before surgery, how sick would I get after surgery if I tried to do that? So I had to call my mom and wake her up at 2:30 in the morning. And she stayed on the phone with me for an while I cried and legitimately cried about wanting Kit Kats. I was sobbing. It was like probably one of the lowest points of my life.
I think everybody's heard my story before, but I guess I'll tell it again and fast forward. I mean, like, I remember sitting in my truck when I was a young man. I was like 23, 24 at this point, not wanting to go to McDonald's. I was sitting there, had the truck turned on, just sitting there crying behind the wheel, because I knew I was going to McDonald's and there was nothing that was going to stop me because I wasn't going to feel right until I had something to eat. And McDonald's was the only thing open at that time. Our McDonald's open 24 hours. Yeah, McDonald's or Waffle House. And Waffle House, you got to sit down and wait on it.
Mm-hmm. So we both have stories of crying over food. Wow, this is a great stream. This is
this is the fat person stream. This is what I talk about. This is relatable, actually.
Struggles. I mean, I like this stream, to be honest, because I like a chill stream. I'm always getting a kick up the ass with fucking Tina. I'm either receiving one or giving it.
Yeah,
so this is
Kelly's out here dying. She's usually in the bed by like 7 o'clock.
Do you have a story like that too, Kelly? I didn't mean to change topics on you.
I still have stories like that.
I don't know. You want to hear the strangest thing?
I can tell you before you jump in.
Yeah.
Kelly's story. Tell the Fruit Loop story. Not Fruit Loops, the Fruity Pebbles. Because that to me was your biggest hurdle in the last 5 years.
When I tried Fruity Pebbles and I didn't want to stop.
Let me tell you.
Go for it.
We get these little like cup things of like cereal every now and then. So if you want something quick to eat, you just pour a little milk in and eat them. And I got Fruity Pebbles one time, and she goes, I don't like Fruity Pebbles. And I'm like, just try it. You'll like it. You like sugar. So she's trying to, no, I don't like that. And next thing I know, she comes home. She has like all the Fruity Pebbles that was in the store at that time in the little cup things. And so she's eating Fruity Pebbles. And this is before she got her weight loss surgery. And she was doing really well. Like, she was going to her personal trainer. She was losing weight. What'd you get down? She got down to like 189 or 188, right? From like 240.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So she had lost like 45 pounds on her diet naturally. And I put these Fruity Pebbles in the house and she went buck wild on them. Like, she gained probably 30 pounds eating Fruity Pebbles. And we tried to like curb the addiction to them because apparently they make these protein shakes that taste like Fruity Pebbles. So we'd get like the skim milk and make the protein shakes that taste like the Fruity Pebbles, and that didn't quite curve her appetite. So she'd had to go back.
We're about to get that again, by the way.
That's amazing. I love those things.
I'm about to get more protein shakes like that, by the way.
And like that's when but then her mother started getting sick. And her mother started having like complications with type 2 diabetes. I've never been diabetic. Even when my heaviest was 472, wasn't even pre-diabetic at 470 pounds. So I've never had diabetic issues, but like she's type 2 diabetic. I don't think she is currently right now. Are you still type 2?
No.
No, I think she's just fell out of the type 2 diabetes. But like her mother is like losing vision in one of her eyes right now from complications of diabetes and stuff like that. And that's what pushed me to like, yo, I don't want you to go through this in life. Let's get you this weight loss surgery. Let's get control of it now instead of later. Because I care more about her than I care about myself. Right? Like if it came to like,
yeah, I think that's typical with most fat people. They don't care about them. Like you think you care about yourself, but if you really, really cared about yourself and you're mentally healthy, then you don't let yourself be fat. It's a thing.
Yeah, I don't care about myself at all. Like I'm like, it's one of those things where it's like, I can still make money. I'm just going to make everybody else happy around me. I'll deal with it is. I'll do what I want to do, which is like sleep and eat.
See, that was actually like a lot of people have asked me, especially with all the shit I go through on my show, like the shock collars and the punishments. They've asked like why I don't just do my own thing on YouTube. But if I do that, I'm not consistent. But yet I can be consistent when I have people who rely on me. And that's the thing. I care about them more than me. So for them, I'll show up even when I don't show up for myself. It's a strange thing.
It's the same thing as me. It's like, why don't I know every day I should be making videos on my personal channel. I just don't.
Yeah. We had a super chat. I don't want to skip it. I don't think it's for me. I don't understand.
Do you guys remember Guacamole Mall? I remember the bridge being, that's for us.
Yes.
What he's saying, do you remember the Guacamole Mall? I remember the bridge being active 843 for life, Merle's Inlet in the Hose Crooked Circle Centers where I'm at. I think he's talking about the Inlet Square Mall. Is that the one he's talking about? Like the one that's kind of like abandoned that they're going to tear down that used for Hard Rock Park used to be?
No. They're going to rebuild it though. They're remodeling it. They're not tearing it down. I mean, they're tearing it down, parts of it, but to rebuild it.
That's in Fantasy Harbor. But like, yeah, I remember going there as a kid, but as an adult, it's been pretty much assed out forever since they built the bridge.
You were talking about maybe Waccamaw Pottery was what I was thinking.
Yeah, Waccamaw Pottery.
Like where that area was.
All right, guys.
I'm just sad I never made it to Hard Rock Park.
It was only open like a week.
It was a year.
If we don't, you can just cut me off, Wings. I was just going to say this one really interesting thing that happened with me with the sugar addiction. So I had the bariatric surgery and then I started feeling healthier and was able to move again more and stuff. And I was like, wow, I never know if I'll be able to feel like this again. So I felt like I wanted to live my life. And that was when I went and moved to Korea. Over in Korea, weed, marijuana was legal. But when I came back to the US, I tried it medicinally. And the most shocking thing was after using it once or twice, it was the weirdest thing. The sugar addiction was just gone. Like I'm not a sugar addict anymore. It literally just went away. I have theories on it. I think it was because I was using food to cope. Of course, sugar gives you a dopamine high and everything. And I think the pot was the first time in my life I ever felt unstressed. Like I was able to actually get rid of my stress. And then I think I realized I didn't need the sugar anymore and the addiction was just gone. But I thought I'd share that because that was one of the weirdest things. I still don't understand it to this day.
I just think pot smells like
So
body
what
odor.
I'm hearing is you need to go find me some pot, honey.
No,
Do edibles. You could. I don't like smoking it either. I hate the smell. I either vape or edibles, and it's better. But I should bounce to go to my show. Is there anything else you need from me before I go?
We're good. Thank you for stopping by, Becky.
I love.
Yes, thank you, Becky.
I love this stream, and I'm sorry, I'm just going to take a minute to promo. If anyone wants to try dating Tina tonight, make sure to stick around for Queens, because I don't know if she's going to be happy or pissed, probably pissed, but either way, it's going to be a good time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
So I'm going to get reamed out by Keemstar when he gets back off his snowmobile because this is probably the most boring stream ever.
It's okay. You'll get practice because I'm going to ream you out when we get off of here.
What are you going to ream me out about? We still got 8 minutes. You can scream at me.
Hello. You freaking ranked her a 6. I was ranked a 5.
We've updated your ranking to an 8.
Yeah, but no.
I've had time to craft you more to my liking in the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for coming out.
Okay.
Thank you for helping me out, Kelly. I'm gonna drag you.
I'm sorry I was so boring. I'm just tired.
I know, baby. I felt like it'd be more fun.
And I got a last minute. I got this last minute.
Yes, you did. All right. Thank you, Kelly.
I, in fact, even called you Keemstar because of that.
You did. All right, guys. What do you guys think? Sorry about this stream. I was hoping it was going to be a more fun stream. Like it was going to get to a point where Becky would get almost all the traditional housewife stuff wrong, and I was trying to throw something together and not worry about jump onto the docket, because my issue with the docket is like the issue I have with the docket right now is it feels like it's just a advertisement for every other show on the thing. Like the first, like January 14th, Becky the Dracula. January 15th, Mike's Punishment. It's like, okay, here's like rewind clips. Here's Boogie's Crash Out. Here's the first thing that's on the docket that interests me. Drake versus Kendrick's lawsuits. Like, dude, what do you guys think about that? Like, Drake versus Kendrick's lawsuits. I can't get deep into it, but like, Drake is fucking up. If you don't know, he's like suing Universal Music Group because they promoted like Kendrick Lamar's song, which basically called him a pedo. And he feels like the best way for not being called a pedo is to make a major lawsuit that all the news outlets are going to cover in a fruitless effort, since it would fall under.
You hung up on me for this?
I have to end the show.
I know. What time is it?
It's about 8:00. Brian, this is painful. It's stupid. Like, Drake is taking L's left, right, and center. We'll get into that eventually, but like, that's my issue so far with the docket is like most of it is just like advertisements for the other shows. I mean, like, which again, I think Queens is a good show. I think the tech show is going to be a good show. Rewind's my favorite show, but we shouldn't spend 35 minutes every episode going over their stuff. You know what I'm saying? This isn't Rewind. If they want to take that stuff and put it out there for Rewind, more on them. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We got 4 minutes to kill here, and I don't know what the fuck to talk about. Turn this camera off. So, Tralatia. Hey, Kelly, looking good. Also, I like the stream. Good job. More chill and fun than the drama stuff. Had a good break. Yeah, I was looking at the viewers the whole time. I kept about 4,000 viewers, but I feel like a lot of that comes from like, I didn't really make a post and like nobody really shared the stream out tonight. But I hope you guys enjoyed at least the stream. Read donos. Dr. Sins. Let's see if I can find the donos. Top chat. Fun. Yeah, we can right here. All right. Let's go ahead and read the donations for us. Hollywood Snort Hogan. Reminder, Becky was an escort on a cuddle site. Damaged goods. Big ups for ReviewTech USA. ReviewTech did come in and get fucking butthurt. Kelly is the only true queen here. Bow to you peasants, just like the one Tina. Great too. Good morning, studios. Thank you for the $20, man. Moore's 15 donations. Can you please pull out Tina? She will yell and argue in Queens. We can have a normal conversation. I think a lot of it was like when you talk too loud, Becky's headset picks it up. Lily Queen is the real queen. Thank you. Cody with another $50 donation. Thank you, Cody. Shy donated $117. Turquoise Tumbleweed donated $2. Have lupus and my home is clean. Becky is lazy. Again, like, it all depends. Like, my wife has had thyroid cancer. She's had type 2 diabetes for a long time. She has a myriad of examples, and like, she still manages to clean. But like, everybody struggles different. Jeremiah Sanchez says with $2, Becky is a 10 in my opinion. Jeremiah, shoot your shot, player. Reese donated 20 pounds. Jordy Aces, thank you, dude. John Pon 09, $2. Shout out to Breaking Banquet. Breaking Banquet, like you're never going to be Pollard Stencils. He makes way better content. Everybody go to Pollard Stencils if you want your Wings of Redemption content. Easy Kaplan donated 20. Reese donated another 60 pounds. Thank you, 60 pounds for the 6 pounds, Reese. Begging, why are you here? Carrie Diamond, you know. Wings, your wife is in here. Show some respect. Me and my wife have a very open relationship. We kind of don't mince words, and that's what I love about her. I love a woman that will talk back and have a little bit of a bitch in her. That's just me personally. Rody donated $20, said most non-scripted show Becky's ever been on. And Silly Super Pop, thank you for becoming a cash cow. Breaking running out of content. He is running out of content. His stuff is going 2 weeks at a time without anything. Hey, Polar's a fucking G. Like he made a video about like me breaking up my wife, and even I watched it and enjoyed it, so I don't really give a fuck. Noopy420. Not open relationship sexually. Open relationship is like we don't hide anything. There's no secrets. She knows the password to my computer. I know the password to her phone. There's really nothing we hide from each other. But thanks everybody for coming out. I'm sorry if you found this stream boring. I was trying to make something out of nothing. I really wanted to give Keem and Boogie a day off. I wanted them to enjoy themselves, and I'm not the most entertaining person by myself. Thanks everybody for coming out to the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Loyal Cow Queens is coming up. The redirect's about to happen. I'll see you guys later. Peace, people.